Bert,
Yes.
I wanted to ask you, we keep coming back to it, I guess because his fingerprints are all over it, but Dave LeBeau, the church has taken great pains to try to say that this is not a church operation, but it's just a bunch of individual people who are operating under some other guys. But you had mentioned about expenses being paid. And Dave LeBeau, first of all, everybody knows Dave LeBeau. He's worked for the Church of Scientology for more than 20 years. He's their #1 go-to guy on taking enemies out. That's his job, by any means necessary. What about Dave LeBeau paying for stuff?
Well, I know in the hotel, was it Hotel 6 or no, Studio 6?
Right
here in
Ingleside.
Ingleside. People were coming and going, and so they're going to free up a room. Well, actually, we're going to leave a room. So he gave Bart the gold card to pay for the hotel. So I mean, he's using a gold American Express card to pay for the rooms. And then when we went to Chili's and then the other Nightlingers and stuff like that, he used the gold card. And one time I remember the waitress looking at the receipt and seeing the tip and just saying thank you. Mm-hmm. So he obviously gave her a good tip, and they didn't spare any expense.
Right.
I mean, they took care of me. I mean, the food, my wife and my daughter were there, and they paid for everything. And
it was coming from LeBeau though.
Yeah, he had the gold card paying for everything, and then obviously when I was paid, it was through a check through Vulcan Industries,
right,
which was for the $900,
which is LeBeau's group.
Right.
Okay.
Stoddard. It's Stoddard.
Yeah, right. AKA Stoddard, or Stater, or Statter, whatever it is. But it's Dave LeBeau. We've already established that. Speaking of LeBeau, you said you had a war room type of scenario set up at the Studio 6 in Ingleside, right? Can you describe what LeBeau's role was and some of the things he was saying and doing? And I mean, what was he doing while you guys were sitting for hours waiting for the ambush moment?
He was like the main go-to person about where we're going to be going, what the itinerary was for the day, and I mean, if anyone had any questions, they were instructed to talk to Dave, and they said that Mr. Allender was the main producer, which he might have been, but I always answered to Dave for pretty much everything, and they all just flocked to Dave like he was like this saint or something like that. But
right, but you said he was the one that was plugged into LA getting instructions.
Yeah.
Going
I mean,
back and forth.
Bart is the one that said that we talked to the people in LA. So I mean, I don't know if every time that he talked, he was talking to someone in LA, but I mean, he was on the phone, I mean, a large percent of the time, just getting information about where you're going to be and tracking you.
And how often? I mean, how closely were they tracking me? I mean, he was giving you updates so you all would be prepared when it was time for an ambush?
Yeah. He would just say, go to your hotel room and just wait for my call, and it'd be like, hurry up and wait.
Right.
Hurry up and wait.
But you said that he would tell you he's at a certain place, he's at the
Oh
stripes.
yeah.
Like what kind of details were you getting?
They were just saying he's northbound on Spid and exiting here, and might be going to the airport or might be going here. I mean, they just tracked you 24/7, and they always made sure that they would coordinate with, Dave would coordinate with us to make sure that we're always ready to go and have the equipment ready to go, because the equipment was always in the Squirrel Buster van, obviously, so just put the shirts on. And
so he had separate teams that you never met or saw that were actually following me 24/7.
Right. Not with cameras, just
to know where I am.
Right.
So that the cameras could come
fine
when he wanted to.
Right.
And you also were talking about the franticness with which these guys, like they're working around the clock and they're uploading stuff. Where were they sending all this footage to? It's all right, we'll get it in a second.
I guess Bart would upload it to LA, and they would just look at it over the night and tell us that, get better next time, type thing.
All right, well, good enough. I think my neighbors are wanting to meet you.
Okay, great.
That's why they're knocking, so we'll just end this one.